Hi everyone. Today is the day that we recognize the hard work and dedication of those who have served for Australia overseas or even stayed here and protected us from war, protected us from being like in the war, protected us from having our rights and civil liberties taken from us, and have stopped us from being casualties ourselves in war. These people have taken bullets for us. These people have gone through heartache and hardship just for us. And this is the day that we observe this, the day that we honor them, the day that we say thank you for what you've done for us. This day is Anzac Day. Anzac, the word, broken into letters, means Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, which is what we called our army when we sent them overseas, as we joined with our New Zealand friends to make up whole regiments. Today I wanted to read a piece of poetry I wrote last night. As I was watching a news real-time thing where they would capture the news on cameras and cut it together as a film reel, and people would have to go to cinemas to watch the news. And I was watching a couple of them last night, and I wrote this poem while watching this, and I want to say that this is tribute also to my family, to my Reimer family, my Weston family, my George family, and my O'Neill family. I have had family in the wars, be it a Gulf War, be it Vietnam, World War I, World War II, Kokoda. I have friends who have gone overseas to Afghanistan, and I've had friends who are in Fiji, sorting out the Fiji crisis. So it's not just family and friends, it's everyone. Right now you might be sitting next to a soldier, or you know a soldier, or you know someone who was a soldier, or you have family that is a soldier. So today we're honouring them. So I'll put on my glasses and I'll read you my poem from last night. In the news, they painted them with heroic brush and painted the landscape as though they belonged. To fight, to win, but that is where the brushstrokes ended. No rainbow colours here, just a rich understanding and multi-tonal life of a soldier. Whither as they wandered, stuck on battlefields, defending our honour, doing only what a soldier does. There is no art or ballet to war. It is what it is. A bloody outcry, a war. Our sons, husbands, brothers, friends, family, even the milkman, out there, dying, being injured in honour, keeping us safe and protect us. The only colour I see on Anzac Day is the red from the sea of poppies that remind us of the struggles of our diggers, the horrible dangers they went through, and endured through mateship. My heart is red and full of pride. May we bow our heads, and in the setting of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them, lest we forget. For those who fight for us, fight for Australia, fight for New Zealand. You know, this is like a big thing. So when we raise our glass, march, or play a game of two up, no, we get these freedoms because our diggers fought for us, and will continue to do so. Don't disrespect anyone who does this for us. Anyone who's in any army or navy or marines or air force, we should thank them for giving their lives to us, their time to us, to keep Australia and New Zealand safe. You know, they are our defence. They are people that keep us safe at night. You know, when you, like, I live near an army base, and I hear the planes come over all the time, army planes. And the reason I know they're army planes is because they're a lot louder than your regular plane. And I've become very accustomed and used to living near army bases with big planes coming over my head. And believe it or not, if I didn't hear those army planes coming over, I wouldn't feel safe if I didn't hear them, you know. Knowing that they're out there doing the best they can and doing what they do makes me happy. I don't think I could sleep without the sound of army planes, to be quite honest. So yeah, we honour everyone today. Be it, as I said, my family, my friends, anyone out there. I think it's a good day to have fun, have a drink, talk about the old days, listen to war stories, listen to people who have actually been in war and learn. As you know, sometimes those generations will be gone, and when they're gone, they're gone. And listening to their stories is a great thing. It was my great-grandfather who went to war in World War One. He just made it as the age. But then when he went to World War Two, he lied about how old he was, not how young he was, how old he was. He lied about... he said he was actually almost 48, and the cutoff line was 45. So if you were 45, you couldn't join up. And so he told them that he was 42 when in fact he was 47. So that was my great-grandfather, my grandmother's father. And so I love him for that little story. But there are also horrible stories and things that happened. My uncle Roderick, my father's uncle, my grandfather's brother. He died of cancer. He smoked a lot, yes, but that wasn't a contributing factor. But he actually got a hole in his throat, and there was a little button he would press to talk. He would talk like this. And he lived just a year after his brother died. And the reason why he had this little cut in his throat and a little button to press was that he breathed in Ancient Orange. As we know, that was something that they used to clear scrub away, to kill all the scrub so that they could see the enemy. And my uncle went through that, and he died from Ancient Orange. He also had a rash on his leg that would never go away. My grandfather, my dad's dad, was serving in Darwin, and he injured his leg. I didn't know this till recently, and I never noticed, but he actually had a little of a limp, or a little way he walked. I never noticed, but apparently that was from where he was sent to Darwin to make trenches and things to stop the invasion happening. He was sent for the invasion and to help people out. Because his job currently was to work for the Warragamba Dam and to make the dam. And they sent the men who were working on the Warragamba Dam to Darwin. So That's something I never knew about my grandfather, and am very happy he did. He helped with a piece of Australian war history, and that makes me super proud. It really does. That's why it was hard for me to read that poem I wrote. It just fills me full of happiness and pride that, I've got family who served, and the crazy little stories that I know about them just makes me more proud of them. You know, in their normal waking lives, they didn't be superheroes. They were just my great uncle, my grandfather, my great grandfather. These were just normal, ordinary men. Also, my mother's mother's brother, so my great uncle on my mother's side, he also went to war. He was a Navyman. And as I said, just finding out all these great stories, all these lovely things, all these lovely pictures I'm finding, and war records too, it's absolutely really cool. And yeah, knowing all this stuff about my family and not knowing before is just the coolest thing, because I know now that I have family who stood up for us, stood up for what we believe in, and they came back as heroes to me. Maybe not to everyone, but to me. So, yeah. So, as I said, if you raise your glass, play two up, and march for Anzac Day. We will remember them, lest we forget.